Hall County Sports is also brought to you in part by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Come check out the latest deals. When you go Green Ford. And also brought to you by McEver Road United Methodist Church. With 3 services every Sunday morning, Kids Town, adult education small groups, and community outreach, McEver Road UMC is dedicated to transforming the world through the gospel of Jesus Christ. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Hall County Sports Television. I'm your host, Gary Glenn. We've got a lot of stuff to cover in this particular show, and we begin it with baseball, specifically with the Lakeview Lions, who opened the week last week by waxing Riverside 12-1. Dalton Mundy went 2 for 3, scored 3, and drove in 3 more. Taylor Simpson got the win. Ross Bigler had 4 RBI on 2 hits. Jacob Whiten was also 2 for 4 with 2 runs driven in. Ralston Cash went 2 for 3 for the Lions. And just this past Monday, the Lions played some steady ball and beat Social Circle 13-3. Nick Drury went 2 for 4 with a 2-run homer, a double, and 3 RBI. Simpson not only earned the win on the mound, he went 1 for 3 with a 2-run home run for the Lions, who went to 13-2 overall, 8-0 in Region 8A. Also for Lakeview this past Monday, Tyler Young went 3 for 4 with a couple of RBI, and Logan Jones went 3 for 3 for the Lions. And we bring to the show now Ross Bigler and Tyler Young. Ross, number 20 in your program, and Tyler, number 2, and a couple of seniors for the Lions. Guys, thanks for dropping by.
Thank you.
All right. Specifically during this break time that you got, and I know you got some other things that you're doing off and on. I appreciate you coming by. All right, talk to me a little bit, since you're both seniors, you've been in this program a long time, had some success, playoff kind of stuff last year. Tell me about this year so far. I mean, you're undefeated in the region, 13-2 overall. Ross, you've been having a pretty good year. You start things off. Tell me about the team.
I think the team is really starting to come together as a team a lot better. I think that's a big difference between this year and last year. I think this team's really close, and I think we just play really well as a team together.
Mm-hmm. Tyler?
We have really great team chemistry this year. So that's the main difference between this year and last year. I think we're going to do pretty good.
You know, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not playing together, if you're not playing as a team, that you struggle, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in the playoffs when you have to win 2 games and you have to stay together through the whole.
You got to rely on your teammates.
Well, but let's talk about it. I mean, I know those are kind of intangible sort of things, but talk to me about some of the talent that you got. I'll mention some of these names here. You got some talent on this team too, don't you?
Yes, sir, we do. We have a bunch of guys that are pretty good players, and that's last year we had a bunch of good players, but people didn't expect it as much this year. But we have a bunch of pretty good players on the team.
And not only some fellow seniors, but some of the younger players are playing well. Tom?
Yeah, we've had a bunch of people that worked in the off season. They stepped it up, played great this year.
Well, 13-2 overall and 8-0 in the region. So at the time that we're taping this particular segment, other than the intangibles that you talked about, the feeling together team, what has done it for you? Is it pitching? Is it defense? Is it offense? Is it a combination of all things?
I think it's a combination, because a lot of games we come out and we hit the ball well, but then when games we don't hit the ball well, our pitching steps up, and I think that's what you need.
Oh yeah, and always they say good pitching beats good hitting, right?
Right, yes sir.
How about you personally? Satisfied with your year so far? You got any goals?
I think I'm starting to hit the ball pretty well. I kind of started off slow coming off basketball, but that happens every year for me. But I think I'm starting to get my swing pretty good.
All right, Tyler?
Yes, sir. My hitting's been better this year than it has in the past, and I think I found my swing.
You mentioned, being coming off of basketball, but does it help you? I mean, like you said, it takes you a little bit to get going in baseball, but being an athlete all year round, does that help you?
I think so. It keeps you in shape, and you never have time off, really, because you're working all summer for 2 sports, and then you go right into basketball, and then you have no time off, and you go right into baseball. So you get to stay in somewhat of a rhythm, I think.
All right, guys, tell me now, you got some big games this week, of course, and once you get down the stretch, you play in baseball, you really play for seeding for the playoffs. And, of course, the more you win, the higher your seed's going to be. What's it going to take for you to make a good run this year? And they had a pretty good run last year and then got into the playoffs, and then we won't use the C word too much, but things happened. So what's it going to take this time, Tyler?
Just determination and have that goal in mind of what we need to do. And just keep playing hard.
I think that this is, as long as our pitching stays good, because we have several pitchers that are good enough to win games in the playoffs for us. As long as our pitching stays good and we play good defense behind them, I think we'll be okay.
All right. Now, last question, guys. Are you going to do anything with sports after you graduate? Both of you are seniors. You have any desire to play at the next level, or are you just going to kick back and go to college, or what are you going to do?
I'm just going to college.
This is it for you, huh?
This will be it. I'm done.
What about you?
I'm not really sure yet. I'm looking at options and see what happens.
What do you like better, basketball or baseball?
I enjoy basketball games more, I think, because they're more exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But baseball's always been my first sport. So.
Well, good luck, guys. All right. Now, I said last question, but who's your main competition? Hebron. Okay.
There's a big hype about them. So.
All right. Listen, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Tell Deuce we said get well, all right? Because I know this past Monday he was sick, running a big fever. So that's crazy, man. You get vacation time and all of a sudden you can't even enjoy it. That's awful, isn't it? Huh? All right. Well, listen, enjoy the rest of your Easter break, spring break, and swing those bats, all right?
All right, yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Right, thank you.
All right, Ross Beegler and Tyler Young of the Lakeview Lions. Another high school baseball from last week. North Hall clobbered Pickens 9-2. Jacob Brewster struck out 7 6 2/3 innings while helping himself out at the plate, going 2 for 4 with a 2-run home run. Whit Bowen went 4 for 5. Chris Stevens 3 for 4, and Lee Sisson 2 for 3 for the Trojans, who then next time out edged West Forsyth 2-1. Nathan Huell got that win, striking out 6 while allowing only 2 hits. Jackson, Coker, and Brewster had 2 hits each as well. Gainesville won their 10th in a row with its 7-2 win over West Hall last week. Pitcher Hunter Anglin stayed unbeaten at 6-0 and also got 2 hits in 4 at-bats. Ryan Griffith went 2 for 4 with 2 RBI for the Elephants. Stephen Mason and Will Maddox also had a 2 for 4 night at the dish. Sloan Strickland had 3 hits and 4 RBIs. The Elephants won number 11 in a row, 11-1 over Gilmer. K.J. McAllister had a solo homer in the first inning and finished with 3 runs scored and a couple of RBI. Griffith added 2 more hits and scored a run as well. The Elephants pounded Johnson 13-1 behind 3 home runs, a grand slam from Michael Lawrence, a 2-run smack by Maddox, and a solo shot by McAllister. David Gonzalez got the win, striking out 7, also going 3 for 3 with 3 RBI. West Hall eased by Creekview 6-5 as T.J. Williams knocked in Brandon Grindle with the gamer in the bottom of the 7th. Williams finished 2 for 4 on the night, as did Ethan Stewart with one of his 2 hits being a solo home run. Johnson knocked off White County in a 14-10 slugfest. Trey Wilson led the Knights with 4 RBI in that one, including a double and a homer. Logan Pethel had a hit and stole 3 bases. A.J. Benefield had a couple of RBI to go with a pair of hits. In college softball, sophomore catcher Morgan Smith blasted 2 home runs to help number 25 Brenau upset number 13 Shorter by scores of 10-1 in 6 innings and 1-0. The wins boosted the Tigers' season mark to 23-6-1 overall and their SSAC record to 14-3-1. Adeline Black also had a big night, hitting a walk-off 3-run homer to end the first game in the bottom of the 6th. Coming back to pitch her best game of the year, a 2-hitter with 5 strikeouts in the second. In the first game, the Tigers showed off their offensive power, collecting 8 hits that included the homers by Smith and Black. Freshman phenom Animanus pitched another solid game and had 3 strikeouts for the win. Black then came on for the nightcap and completely shut the Hawks down, while Smith provided the only help she needed with her solo home run. All right, in our next segment, we're back to give you our picks for athletes, coaches, teams, etc. for this past winter season when Hall County Sports continues.
Hi folks, I'm Butch Miller from Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville.
We must sell 134 Hondas this month in order to meet our first quarter sales goals. So we're making incredible deals on every new Honda, putting more money in trade-ins, and accepting every reasonable offer. So hurry to Milton Martin Honda right away. We're easy to get to from Georgia 400 or I-985.
And remember folks, if you think you'll get a better deal on a better car at Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville, maybe you got that right.
Are you struggling to get where you really want to be in life? Then get on the fast track to success at Lanier Technical College with 5 campuses, day, evening, and online classes, and many tuition fees paid for by the Hope Grant. There's no better way to get where you really want to be. Now more than ever, high-paying employers are looking for highly trained individuals with hands-on technical training. So stop struggling and get moving. Lanier Technical College. Get ready. Go!
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting. And a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905. Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, insuring your future since 1905.
We are back. I'm Gary Glenn. Hall County Sports is the show, and during this segment we're going to give you our HCS TV picks for the athletes, teams, and coaches' outstanding performances for this past winter season 2009-2010. First of all, let's do the athletes for the boys. Honorable mentions up first. Flowery Branch wrestler Danny Bell gets an honorable mention at 112 pounds. He placed third at the state meet. He's a 4-time Hall County champion, tied for all-time Hall County wrestling wins record. Another honorable mention, Branch basketball player Ishmael Hollis, coach's pick for 7 AAA Male Player of the Year. He averaged over 20 points, over 10 rebounds a game, also shot 52% from the field. West Hall Shunquest Stevens gets an honorable mention. He's the Times pick for Area Player of the Year. He averaged a double-double per game, shot 45% from beyond the three-point line. Tim Moon of the Georgia Iron Dogs powerlifting team. Only a couple of years of competitive lifting, he hit the 650-pound mark on the bench press, setting numerous state, national, and world records along the way. A Masters lifter, T still wound up the year ranked in the top 10 of the country, regardless of age or weight class. But our winner, our pick for HCS TV male athlete of this past winter season, Flowery Branch 103-pound wrestler Nick Langford, Hall County and Class AAA state champion. And you know, he had to have an exciting win over an old foe in the state finals to earn that state championship. He's our pick for the male athlete of the winter. Okay, time to move on now to the females. For our honorable mentions from the female side of the things, our honorable mention goes to Peyton Robertson, Chester City High basketball player. She shot 55% from the field, averaged over 21 points a game while pulling down a ton of rebounds. But our winner, again, Jamie Carnes of Gainesville High. Over her 4-year high school career, Jamie averaged 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocked shots a game. She was named a member of the local Times All-Area First Team 4 times, while also earning All-Region and All-State honors this season. She averaged 18.5 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 3.4 blocked shots per game, 103 blocks and 56 steals total on the season. She was a North All-Star MVP, and Jamie was again the Times Basketball Player of the Year. For the second time, Jamie Carnes is our pick for female athlete of the winter for Hall County. All right, time now to move on to our teams and coaches. Well, for the boys team, North Hall boys basketball, they are our pick for our winner, set the school record for wins in the season with 27, earned North Hall's first ever trip to the boys Final Four. They wound up ranked number 5 in the state, and their coach Benji Wood is our male coach of the winter. So congratulations to the Trojans. Now the girls team of the winter, the East Hall Lady Vikings basketball squad, with their coach Joy Ryder as our girls coach of the winter season. Lady Vikes did suffer a loss in the Class AAA state quarterfinals to Columbia. They finished at 23-7 overall, but the seniors made the field of 8 for the second time in their 4-year playing career. So congratulations to the Lady Vikings and their coach. Before we get away, some honorable mentions to teams and coaches as well. Gainesville's region champion girls basketball team and their coach Manson Hill get a couple of HMs there. The Flowery Branch girls basketball team, winners of a playoff game on the road. Their coach Hazel Hall gets an honorable mention. East Hall boys basketball, their coach Joe Dix. Johnson boys basketball, and their coach Jeff Steele. West Hall boys basketball, and their coach Warren Sellers. And Riverside Military and their brand new coach Rico Zachary. All of those with honorable mentions, and congratulations to all of our winners and our honorable mentions. So those are our picks for our winners and our honorable mentions. We know that we're comparing apples and oranges, but we like to recognize excellence, and all of these folks did some really outstanding things. Back with some golf when we continue. Don't throw out your old shoes. Save your money and visit the Red Shoe House in Gainesville. Family owned and operated for over 40 years. They can repair almost anything. Men's shoes, ladies' shoes, sandals, western boots, uniform boots, equestrian tack, gloves, sports equipment. The Red Shoe House also offers cleaning and orthopedic shoe modifications. Don't need a repair? Come by and see their new line of accessories. Red Shoe House, 822 Oak Street in Gainesville. Phone 770-532-3772.
Open hearts, open minds, open doors. Let's consider that church is a menu of adventure. Let's consider that open is a verb instead of a noun, a word of action. What if church was less about Sunday and more about the other days of the week? Opening hearts, opening minds, opening doors. What if church wasn't just a place we go, but something we do?
I want to be part of a church where everybody feels that they have a role to play and a place to be and are welcomed, that there's something for everyone.
What if church wasn't just a building, but doors opening up a different experience that whoever knocks might find a journey to call their own?
We have people that come in t-shirts and blue jeans and flip-flops, and we do have our older generation that comes in ties and suits, and we want everybody to feel comfortable.
You know God is there because of the people that are there, and you want to enjoy that same feeling of fullness and freedom.
Let's rethink church. Then Sunday could be a day of reflection on all that we had accomplished Monday through Saturday. Then together, we can open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
My name is Lloyd Smith.
I'm Renee Barnett.
My name's Alan Cudd.
My name's Don Cooper.
My name is Mike Stewart, and I attend McKever Road United Methodist Church, the church on the hill here in Oakwood, Georgia. We'd love for you to come join us.
This message has been brought to you by the people of the McKever Road United Methodist Church. Gary Cole, pastor.
Well, it may be Masters Week in Augusta, but professional golf came back to Hall County last week when the National Golf Association Hooters Tour came to the Chattahoochee course for the Georgia Sports Orthopedic Specialist Classic. And after 4 days, 25-year-old Travis Bertoni out of Paso Robles, California, posted a 19 under par 265, including a 7 under 64 in the last round, to take the title by 5 strokes over a former Georgia Tech player, Robert Castro of Alpharetta, who actually had the best round of the weekend when he shot a 63 on the last day. Garrett Jones out of Wisconsin was one of the leaders going into the final round, played with the leaders, but he ended up 5th overall. While local standout Josh Bunch of Murrayville, who attended Johnson High School and actually holds the Chattahoochee Country Club course record of 62, shot a 68 this past Sunday and finished tied for 27th overall. Mark Eggers was on hand for Hall County Sports Television and managed to get a few words with Bertoni, Jones, and Bunch.
It's great. It really is. It's great to have people rooting for you. It helps you along. It really does. When you're struggling, it picks you up a little bit. I had been missing putts all day, and it was a lack of concentration really more than anything. And sadly, it cost me a lot of shots. But that's golf, I guess.
I don't. I definitely felt like second place was up for grabs, which I kind of I obviously finished in 5th, but just kind of make some more putts and I'd be right there. Maybe, it might have been a different story had somebody put some pressure on him too. He was through that back 9, he had quite a bit of lead. So, but man, he played well, played really well.
That was really about it. I didn't make any bogeys, I didn't make any mistakes. So I just kind of kept plotting along. And like I said, those 2 saves on 13 and 14 really kind of kept the momentum going. Because if I make 2 bogeys there, who knows what happens after that. I played good on the front, and I didn't look at this board over here when we made the turn. I just kind of kept going, and I looked at the leaderboard on 16T, but it wasn't even right, so it didn't. I knew I was playing good, but you never know what everybody else is doing because there's no boards out there. So I just kind of tried to keep the head down and keep making birdies and not make any mistakes.
By the way, it was Bertoni's first win on the Hooters Tour after being on the tour for 4 seasons. He reportedly takes home a check for $30,000. High school golf last week, led by Cameron Cole and Susan Frobos. The Gainesville girls beat Hab Central by 23 strokes. Cole shot a 36 the very next day to lead the Gainesville girls to a 31-shot win over Lumpkin County. And then Cameron shot a 38 later in the week to lead GHS to a win over West Hall and over North Hall as well. Charlie Matthews, 75, led North Hall's boys to win over Lumpkin by 14 strokes. Led by Natalie Mathias and Mallory Smith, the West Hall girls beat North Hall by 7, and the Flowery Branch boys got a 39 from Garrett Gentry in their win over Buford. I'm back to wrap it up when Hall County Sports concludes.
Hi folks, I'm Butch Miller from Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville.
We must sell 134 Hondas this month in order to meet our first quarter sales goals. So we're making incredible deals on every new Honda, putting more money in trade-ins, and accepting every reasonable offer. So hurry to Milton Martin Honda right away. We're easy to get to from Georgia 400 or I-985.
And remember folks, if you think you'll get a better deal on a better car at Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville, maybe you got that right.
Hall County Sports is also brought to you in part by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Come check out the latest deals. When you go green Ford. And also brought to you by McEver Road United Methodist Church. With 3 services every Sunday morning, Kids Town, adult education small groups, and community outreach, McEver Road UMC is dedicated to transforming the world through the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Are you struggling to get where you really want to be in life? Then get on the fast track to success at Lanier Technical College with 5 campuses, day, evening, and online classes, and many tuition fees paid for by the Hope Grant. There's no better way to get where you really want to be. Now more than ever, high-paying employers are looking for highly trained individuals with hands-on technical training. So stop struggling and get moving. Lanier Technical College. Get ready. Go!
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting. And a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905. Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, insuring your future since 1905.
We begin our wrap up with track and field. The North Hall boys won 104-35 over Lumpkin and 31 for East Hall. The girls won 99-43 over Lumpkin and 20 for East Hall. Leading the way with first place finishes for the boys were Randy Olson in the 100 and 200, Nate Simon in the long jump, Ty McCormick in the 800, Tucker LoCicero in the 1600, Cody Barger in the 3200, Travis McInerney in the 400, and Peyton Wilhoit in the discus. Ben Booth also placed first in the pole vault, and the 4x100 and 4x400 meter relay teams also won. Leading the way for the girls, taking first places were Alexis Daniels in the 100 and 200, Kelly Moore in the long and triple jumps, Sally Davis in the 400 and the 800, as well as their 4x100 and 4x400 meter relay teams. Angela Lawson also placed first in the 1600, Victoria Rogers in the 3200, and Mallory Rich in the discus. Gainesville's boys won the Habersham relays. Chris West won the high jump, Blake Sims the long jump. GHS boys also won the 4x100 and 800 sprint relays. The Lady Elephant Shutter relay team of Tierra Hill, Shelby Carter, Shatora Butler, and Summer Graham took first in that event, while the 4x100 and 4x400 relay teams also won for the Gainesville girls. All right, turning to tennis. Flowery Branch's girls shut out East Hall 5-love, then beat Buford 4-1. When North Hall's boys beat Creekview 4-1, they actually clinched the top spot in their sub-region. Clayton Nedza and Sam Taylor won in singles, while the doubles teams of Eli LoCicero, Charlie Hortenstein, and Jack Hortenstein, Joe Nesda did the deed. And then the next day, the Trojans shut out Chestatee. Previously, the War Eagles had beaten Gilmer, while North Hall had waxed Gilmer 5-love. On the ladies' courts, North Hall edged Chestatee, Flowery Branch shut out West Hall, and Johnson beat East Hall in Gainesville, and North Hall edged Gilmer 3-2 in girls' tennis. Lakeview swept Towns County 3-2 girls and 5-love boys, and later Flowery Branch swept Johnson. Chestatee swept Lumpkin County. Also, Lakeview's team swept Commerce, and then North Hall. Those latter matches both 3-2. In college tennis, the number 7 Brenau Golden Tigers continued their winning ways with a 9-0 thumping of number 14 Lee University at the Brenau courts. An important SSAC match, and obviously the Tigers came to play. Let's go to soccer now. Johnson's boys beat Creekview 2-0, while West Hall's guys edged number 8 ranked Lambert 3-2. Chandler Ligas scored twice for the Spartans in regulation and again in overtime in the game decided by penalty kicks. Darwin Mejia came on in goal in the overtime to earn the save. The Knights then swept West Hall. Johnson girls won on penalty kicks, while Ruben Castro scored twice in the Knights' win over the Spartans. Gainesville got a hat trick from Russ Puckett and 2 more goals from Carlos Sanchez in their 8-0 win over Lumpkin County. GHS girls made it a sweep with their 3-0 win. Raquel Castillo had a goal and an assist for the Lady Elephants. Then the Lady Elephants got the game's lone goal from Hartley Carter in their 1-0 win over North Hall. Male Elephants came from 2 goals down to beat the Trojans 5-2. Merle Velasquez had 2 of the Gainesville goals. Flowery Branch girls in North Hall entered overtime tied at 1 thanks to an own goal by each team. Cassidy Elrod scored twice in the extra period for the Lady Falcons and the win. Branch boys later in the week beat White County 7-1 as Philip Abrahamson and Early Acosta each scored 2. And Andrea Cardosa scored twice in the Chestatee girls' 5-3 win over Raven Gap. All right, time now to name our athletes of the week. For the females, for her track prowess, we're going to go with Sally Davis of North Hall. And for the males, Gainesville High School Baseball's K.J. McAllister. Boy, he is a threat at the plate and on the bases. He's going to steal some bases for you if he ever gets on. A couple of other things to end with. East Hall defensive end Chaz Cheeks says he's made up his mind where he's going to play football, giving a verbal commitment to Georgia Tech. Fellow Viking Sterling Bailey, as you may be aware, is being recruited by just about everybody, but haven't heard about Sterling yet. And the American Powerlifting Committee's Bench Press and Full Power State Championships will be coming up this Saturday in Bogart at the Moose Lodge over there. We'll have coverage of that event next week. Join us then for more Hall County Sports. I'm Gary Glenn.
Open hearts, open minds, open doors. Let's consider that church is a menu of adventure. Let's consider that open is a verb instead of a noun, a word of action. What if church was less about Sunday and more about the other days of the week? Opening hearts, opening minds, opening doors. What if church wasn't just a place we go, but something we do?
I want to be part of a church where everybody feels that they have a role to play and a place to be and are welcomed, that there's something for everyone.
What if church wasn't just a building, but doors opening up a different experience that whoever knocks might find a journey to call their own?
We have people that come in t-shirts and blue jeans and flip-flops, and we do have our older generation that comes in ties and suits, and we want everybody to feel comfortable.
You know God is there because of the people that are there, and you want to enjoy that same feeling of fullness and freedom.
Let's rethink church. Then Sunday could be a day of reflection on all that we had accomplished Monday through Saturday. Then together, we can open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
My name is Lloyd Smee.
I'm Renee Barnett.
My name's Alan Cudd.
My name's Don Cooper.
My name is Mike Stewart, and I attend McKever Road United Methodist Church, the church on the hill here in Oakwood, Georgia. We'd love for you to come join us.
This message has been brought to you by the people of the McKever Road United Methodist Church. Gary Cole, pastor.
Smith's Cleaning of South Hall has many services to offer businesses throughout Hall County and the surrounding areas. No matter how small or how large your projects are, we can help. Smith's Cleaning of South Hall has 2 large industrial riding scrubbers that are available to clean manufacturing and/or warehouse floors. Call Smith's Cleaning of South Hall at 770-531-1533 for a free estimate.